Windy weather and ocean effects. As you read through the selection, you're going to stop and answer the questions in the margin. You may want to pause the reading in order to have time to answer the questions. Windy weather. How do global wind patterns affect local weather? Winds are caused by an unequal heating of Earth's surface, which causes air pressure differences and can occur on a global or on a local scale. On a local scale, air pressure differences affect both wind speed and wind direction at a location. On a global level, there is an overall movement of surface air from the poles toward the equator. The heated air at the equator rises and forms a low-pressure belt. Cold air near the poles sinks and creates high-pressure centers. Because air moves from areas of high pressure to areas of low pressure, it moves from the poles to the equator. At high altitudes, the warmed air circles back toward the poles. Temperature and pressure differences on Earth's surface also create regional wind belts. Winds in these belts curve to the east or the west as they blow due to Earth's rotation. This curving of winds is called the Coriolis effect. Winds would flow in straight lines if Earth did not rotate. Winds bring air masses of different temperatures and moisture content to a region. Now, if you look at question 14 in the margin, it says visualize it. On your own paper, you need to write the answer to this. It starts, trade winds bring, and you need to select which of the answer choices best completes the statement. Is it cool air to the warmer equatorial regions or warm air to the cooler, higher latitudes? You're going to use the picture of the globe to help you answer these questions. You may want to pause the reading in order to take time to answer the question. How do jet streams affect weather? Long-distance winds that travel above global winds for thousands of kilometers are called jet streams. Air moves in jet streams with speeds that are at least 92 kilometers per hour and are often greater than 180 kilometers per hour. Like global and local winds, jet streams form because Earth's surface is heated unevenly. They flow in a wavy pattern from west to east. Each hemisphere has two main jet streams, a polar jet stream and a subtropical jet stream. The polar jet stream flows closer to the poles in summer than in winter. Jet streams can affect temperatures. For example, a polar jet stream can pull cold air down from Canada into the United States and pull warm air up toward Canada. Jet streams can also affect precipitation patterns. Strong storms tend to form along jet streams. Scientists must know where a jet stream is flowing to make accurate weather predictions. Now you're going to look at question 15. What are two ways jet streams affect weather? We just read about that. You can look back up in the reading selection and you're looking for two ways jet streams affect weather. You may want to pause the reading in order to answer the question. Question 16. How does the polar jet stream influence the weather on the southern tip of South America? This you're going to be making an inference about. Look at the map. Look at the way that the polar jet stream flows across the southern tip of South America. Refer back up to the reading and look at the way it talks about how the jet streams carry air from one area to another, and use that information to respond to this question. Ocean effects. How do ocean currents influence weather? The same global winds that blow across the surface of the Earth also push water across Earth's oceans, causing surface currents. Different winds cause currents to flow in different directions. The flow of surface currents moves energy as heat from one part of the Earth to another. As the map below shows, both warm water and cold water currents flow from one ocean to another. Water near the equator carries energy from the sun to other parts of the ocean. The energy from the warm currents is transferred to colder water or to the atmosphere, changing local temperatures and humidity. Oceans also have an effect on weather in the form of hurricanes and monsoons. Warm ocean water fuels hurricanes. Monsoons are winds that change direction with the seasons. During summer, the land becomes much warmer than the sea in some areas of the world. Moist wind flows inland, often bringing heavy rains. Question 17. Describe how ocean currents help make temperatures at different places on Earth's surface more similar than they would be if there were no currents. So in this question, you're going to talk about how is it that the currents help places have temperatures that are kind of the same, and they wouldn't be if we did not have the currents. You may want to pause the reading in order to answer this question. Cool ocean currents lower coastal air temperatures. As currents flow, they warm or cool the atmosphere above, affecting local temperatures. The California current is a cold water current that keeps the average summer high temperatures of coastal cities such as San Diego around 26 degrees Celsius, which is 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Cities that lie inland at the same latitude have warmer averages. The graph below shows average monthly temperatures for San Diego and El Centro, California. Question 18. Why are temperatures in San Diego, California usually cooler than they are in El Centro, California? You may want to pause the reading in order to complete this question. Warm ocean currents raise coastal air temperatures. In areas where warm ocean currents flow, coastal cities have warmer winter temperatures than inland cities at similar latitudes. For example, temperatures vary considerably from the coastal regions to the inland areas of Norway due to the warmth of the North Atlantic current. Coastal cities such as Bergen have relatively mild winters. Inland cities such as Lillehammer have colder winters, but temperatures similar to the coastal cities in the summer. Question 19. Circle the city that is represented by each color in the graph. So for this one, it is asking for the purple information. Is that representing Lillehammer or Bergen? And then the green line on the graph, is that one Lillehammer or Bergen?